Loud. Okay, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Zion Township Board meeting on November 17th, 2020 at 6 o'clock p.m. I'd like to call the order. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Holmes. Trustee McDowell.
Here.
Trustee Fisher.
Here.
Trustee Frierson.
Here.
Chairman Neal.
Here. Thank you very much. The first item on the agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance, and I will do this. Okay. I pledge allegiance
To the
to
flag
the flag of the United States of America and to the republic
for which it stands,
one
one
nation,
nation,
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with
with
liberty and
liberty
justice
and
for all.
justice for all.
Thank you, everybody. Okay, are there any agenda changes this evening? Hearing none, is there a motion to accept the agenda as
Second.
motion by Richard, second by Christopher? Any discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee McDowell.
Aye.
Trustee Fisher.
Aye.
Trustee Frierson.
Aye.
Chairman Neal.
Aye. Next item is the approval of the minutes of the regular meeting held on October 20th, 2020 at 6 o'clock p.m. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Any discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee McDowell.
Aye.
Trustee Fisher.
Aye.
Trustee Frierson.
Aye.
Chairman Neal.
Aye. Are there any citizens' comments? All right, so I put into the chat box for Angela and Kathy to see if there's any citizens' comments this evening. If you could let us know. Going once. I will just, where is the agenda posted? The agenda is posted on our Facebook page, and so I have been out of the office. But I did post it on the Facebook page. Did you see it there, Kathy? So we'll go through it. We really don't have that much on the agenda tonight. But if you have anything that you would like to speak to during the meeting, you can feel free to raise your hand and we would be more than happy to hear your comments. Okay. Okay, so that said, we will move on to authorization for bills for payment. Trustee Fisher.
Good evening. Supervisor Neal and I met by phone and also with Ms. Davis, the assessor, and we reviewed the bills last week. I move that we approve bills in the amount of $120,061.21.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Okay.
Any discussion? I appreciated this month. We took a lot of measures and put into practice some of the things that we had discussed last month. And so we got the financials extra early, which was appreciated, and had the chance to review them early. So thank you for that, Trustee Fisher. So hearing none, is there, clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee McDowell.
Aye.
Trustee Fisher.
Aye.
Trustee Frierson.
Aye.
Chairman Neal.
Aye. Next item on the agenda is our assessor's report. Assessor Davis.
Good evening. Assessor's report. So all appeals are completed for the year. We are cleaning up loose ends and working on written processes as we prepare for the upcoming year. Those were completed as of November the 4th. New sales data and completed permit statuses are being updated into our database as soon as possible when we receive them, so that we can keep up with the most accurate information for research and reports and when assessing the values. This also consists of staff going out into the field to view and take updated pictures when applicable. The staff will now have identification visible, so that if anyone, wants to know who they are when they're on their property, we can publicly identify ourselves. There are various projects in the works to update our commercial property data. One of the things that we are doing is looking into obtaining the CoStar system, which is the commercial software used by most assessors' offices to get the most recent data. And we had a meeting with a representative who provided a thorough presentation of the various features it has. Using this software will allow us to access a broader range of data when determining values for like big box companies, such as Walgreens and Walmart and places like that. More to come on that. We purged excess furniture, pictures, books, and old equipment from the office. And we're gonna revisit that during our annual meeting. At that time, we'll decide whether it will be decided whether it should be donated or whether we can dispose of the excess items. Our procedures manual is in progress, and it will be an ongoing project as we have new and updated information and items that we add pretty frequently at this point. We were able to work out a paperless process with the building department for permits received, and that will save us both time and cost for both departments. So that was a great move in the paperless environment. We are working through other procedures in our department as well to see how we can be more efficient and cost effective in that same manner. It was brought to my attention that the assessor's office has ownership in a 1999 Chevrolet Malibu. It is currently in the city yard awaiting decision of what should be done with it, meaning scrap it or sell it. Apparently, from what I've been told, it's been sitting there for a few years. I did locate the title. I do have that in my office, and just need to get direction on what we should do with that. And the last thing is the the Chief County Assessment Office is closed currently due to multiple confirmed positive COVID cases in downtown Waukegan. So they are still available via telephone and email if anyone has any questions or needs, and you can also contact our office. That's my report.
Are there any questions or comments for Assessor Davis?
I do have a quick question.
Uh-huh.
On the CoStar system, what's the estimated cost for that software license? Do you know that yet?
That estimate, he gave us a quote of it was going to be roughly about $5,000 for the year.
Okay. Now, is that on-site software, or does that give you access to a hosted service?
It would be like a hosted service.
That's what I thought. Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And so then you had a question about the vehicle.
Yes.
Is there something that you want to bring before the board that you want us to vote on at the next meeting, or?
I just need to know which direction. I didn't know whether this would be something that we would need to hold on to until the annual meeting when we normally get rid of surplus type items, or if this is something that we can give direction to the city yard of what to do with it now. I
Gotcha.
just need to know, he said it's inoperable. It has been for a few years. It's just been sitting there and they just need to know what to do with it. If we wanted to sell it for, I guess, like the parts, or did we want to scrap it?
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Yeah, we had a vehicle that was in that same position that was not running. And I think that we reached out to the local junkyard and had them take it.
Okay. Well,
but-
City Yard has it now, so, I'm sure they could junk it for
Mhm.
us. We just need to let them know what to do with that.
Right, right. And I'm not quite sure about it. I'm wondering because it's zero value.
Mhm.
But there's a chance, and we would need to check with the rules on the annual town meeting if we need to run that by the annual town meeting
Right.
before we get rid of it.
Right. Okay.
Excellent. Thanks. Anything else to come for the assessor? Okay. Hearing none, we'll move on to the supervisor's report. Just to share with everybody, we had 64 screenings completed with residents referring to them to the appropriate programs in the month of October. We submitted 19 complete CHIRP applications with 8 more in process. With the grant that we received from Lake County for funding to assist residents. 19 applications were approved, totaling $23,780. Other services provided to residents included the disaster relief program, approving 8 applications. 3 applications were submitted to Mother's Trust Foundation. 10 benefit access applications were processed, and 3 families were approved for emergency assistance. And we currently have 18 general assistance participants. Just to share with everybody that the funding that we have for the CARES Act to be able to help with rent for individuals, that's good through December 31st. So anything that, if we don't have an application in by December 31st, whatever's not spent goes back to the federal government. And so, we're trying to get it out to everybody to make sure that they know about this program to be able to assist them, because there's nothing worse than having people that are stressing, feeling like they're going to be homeless when they don't know that this funding is available to be able to assist them. So please get that word out. In the same, that was the biggest reason that we sent out the postcard, and we sent out 11,304 postcards, and the total cost was $3,335.72. That equates to 29.5 cents per postcard for residents. And when the postcard went out over the weekend, our normal call load is 35 per day, and that week we had 75 calls, like 3 days in a row. It was crazy, the number of people that were calling in. So, and we feel like it was definitely worth the effort to be able to put that out. ELF Network we've got 50 families that are signed up for ELF Network. We are waiting to see if we can take in more from the Santa's Helpers group. And thanks to our partnership with Christ Community Church, we will be doing everything we can to be able to serve in being safe with COVID. Also, the ZB Quarterly, it's going to be mailed out the 25th of November. So the new ones will be coming out shortly. And so let's see. So a couple of things to update you all. So we're going to be closed, obviously, for Thanksgiving, the 26th and 27th. And with the disaster relief funds, we are close to being over in that line item. In that category, though, we have substantial funds in other areas that because of COVID, we will not be spending. So we will not be going over in the category, just in that line item. And so I just wanted to give you all a heads up that I gave Adriana permission. So the way that that's working is if with the federal funds, being able to partner with them or Mother's Trust Foundation, it ends up being a piece of the puzzle. If an individual gets some Social Security disability, we can't use our emergency assistance funds to support them because it's considered 2 different government funds. So we've been able to tap into the disaster relief because that's in our town fund instead of the general assistance fund to do that. And so just my team is so deeply grateful that we have the funding to be able to actually resolve issues instead of a lot of times you feel like, somebody's bleeding to death and you hand them a Band-Aid, and my team's really feeling like they're able to really help people to just, keep things going with that. And then next month, we will be doing the public hearing and presenting the levy, moving forward with that. And so just one other thing to update everybody. So we're still waiting for the test results for my daughter, who has had some of the symptoms for COVID-19. And so it's been 5 days. She got tested on Thursday. We still have not heard back. And so I'm waiting to figure out how all that works. If she was positive, then supposedly I have to still be quarantined for 10 to 14 days. So I'm looking at like December 1 being back in the office and just working from home until then. Yeah, so that's an interesting twist to life. I used to enjoy being home until like you have to. Now it's not any fun anymore. So, but the team is on track, and in staff meeting tomorrow, we were, talking about, so what's the procedure, what's the policy, and just being conscious and taking it one step at a time, because there's nothing normal about any of this. And so there's no, okay, so if this happens, you do this, if this happens, you do this. So we're fully aware that if a couple of people get it, then we're going to have to go back to working from home and have the office closed. But in the meantime, the team is juggling and making sure that we can be open for residents. And meaning open, we don't have the lobby open. We actually turn the foyer into our lobby, and that's worked out extremely well. And even better, we were able to turn in all of the receipts for that to get reimbursed. So hopefully that'll go through. So that is all that I have. Are there any other questions or concerns to come before the Township Board? Hearing none. Hello, Trustee Holmes. Glad you make it. So with that said, I just want to extend gratitude to Ms. Sonalita Bronson for filling in as our clerk this evening with our clerk being out. So thank you so much for doing that. And with that, is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll move.
Motion by Trustee Frierson. Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
Second by Trustee McDowell. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Holmes,
Aye.
Trustee McDowell,
Aye.
Trustee Fisher,
Aye.
Trustee Frierson,
Aye.
Chairman Neal.
Aye.
I'm sorry, Trustee Holmes, did you say aye?
Yes, aye.
I didn't have a gavel, so I have a hammer. Meeting adjourned. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
Yeah.
Have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yes, yes. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Stay safe.
Yeah, I'll take donations on my front porch if I have to be home.
There you go. Good idea.
Right. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
Right.
Good night.